What's good, y'all? Fats here with another video. Here we go, man. Let's go ahead and see what they had to say about the game. Obviously, we reacted to, y'all know, mock balls. We're here with Undisputed, as we always are, and we'll see what they have to say. Obviously, not watch the whole thing. I already know Skip is about to get on Mahomes' head.
Yes.
I'm not even the type to make excuses ever, bro, with this stuff, but, like, they dropped the ball. If they just catch it was the receiver's fault straight up. Dang. Fucking Skip got on the fucking J's, bro.
As always on Fridays at 11:30 Eastern, but right now.
Early on, to start this game,
Crazy.
I tweeted, we're about to get a scary peek at what the Kansas City Chiefs look like without a true number one receiver, which is Travis Kelce. Has always been Travis Kelce. And as much as I would love to give Detroit all the credit, because they have really made some great strides. And you can go into the last night game and you can say, yeah, Jared Goff, man. Jared Goff outplayed Patrick Mahomes, 16 points higher in the passer rating. You can say, man, Detroit's, they won 9 of the last 11 games dating back to week 9 of last year, and that's all great stuff. But the only reason they won that game last night is because Batman didn't have his Robin, and Robin was sitting on the sideline, and Travis Kelce did not play in that football game. You know what I thought about? I watched, and we'll talk about Patrick Mahomes a lot today, but that one play that he had the football, and it looked like WWE. Somebody was all around his legs, and he still found a way to make that throw, and they dropped that pass. If that would have been Travis Kelce, that would have been the only play. Would have seen that play everywhere on TV all day. But you didn't have the Robin to make the other side of it.
And I need Kelce back. Well, luckily I didn't verse Kelce this week, so it's okay for this week.
Kelce on the other side. So as much as I like what Detroit did, I gotta say no Travis Kelce is the main reason that game went the way it went.
Well, I would back you up on that on the offensive side of the ball. No question about it, playmaker. Whenever you lose your number one guy, you have receivers, young receivers trying to figure things out. But then if you look at it on the other side of the ball, there was no pass rush pressure to Jared Goff all day long. He was able to sit back, put the baby to sleep, pat it, deliver it in sync, in rhythm. Yeah, you put that baby to sleep. You know how they pat it. Deliver it within rhythm. And whenever you had that happen from a defensive standpoint, you knew that Detroit was going to feel a certain way. Now let's flip back to the offensive side and not having Travis Kelce. When you look, like Michael said, when he's on the sideline standing there and he's not able to help you, assist you on third downs, and you're going to TONEY and he's dropping the football, or you trying to find...
He was dropping the fucking football, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I blame it on all the drops, bro. Got more drop on, bro.
You look at Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowl win against the 49ers. He had Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, Mecole Hardman, right?
Yeah.
Then you look at the one that he lost against the Bucks, Tyreek Hill. Travis Kelce again. The one against the Eagles.
The offensive line was going against the Bucks.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the skill position.
He had the boys out there,
skill position players he had. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Then you think about the Super Bowl against the Eagles. Juju was there, good NFL player. MVS was there. Travis Kelce. Pacheco was playing at a certain level.
Yep.
Now you look at last night. Sky Moore, KADARIUS Toney, Justin Ross, Rashid Rice, and no Travis Kelce. You're not going to have that. And when your quarterback is leading your team in rushing, that should never happen, especially this quarterback. This quarterback.
He doesn't even look to run. He's only running around to get a pass off.
And if you talk about a run, there's a run that he had last night where he scrambled out of the pocket, and all of a sudden you look up and he gave the quick shovel move, and he kept going. The defense froze. That's Patrick Mahomes' signature, if you're watching the highlight. But then you talk about balls off off the receiver's hands, Skip. You cannot. And I text you last night because I knew you. I know you by now. I've only been with you 2 weeks. I had the texting playmaker and let him know. That is on the receiver. Let's not get back here and say, well, your guy threw a pick.
You're talking about the pick six.
The pick six. You got to catch that. You got to catch that football.
But can we come right back here one time? You got to catch it. And all that noise, that rhetoric.
I don't care if you don't catch it, just don't fucking put it up and like that.
He tried to catch that in his hands in a pressure situation, like we talked about.
Bro,
and the ball bounced right up in the air. And that's why I say on the plays I catch in my chest.
And then you sneaky peeking, and what that means is you can see out the side eye that Branch is there. You worried about getting hit. If you catch the football, you're not going to get hit. You'll be fine. Now, playmaker wants you to body it up.
I want you to body it up.
If you catch it and snatch it, because that was a perfect. I mean,
it is.
That's a handoff.
It is.
He basically walked up to. He usually walks up to him and hands him that football just like that, Skip. All you gotta do is catch it and tuck it and take the hit.
Yeah.
But because
you do that. That's different from him. We do that. That's different from him. I know, but they see pain. You see glory. That's the story. It's a different thing.
But he has to do that if he plans on being in the league and playing on Sundays. They have to elevate their game, and that wasn't the case last night. And as a player, and covering this stuff, Skip, when you make one mistake, you're still thinking about it. Now all of a sudden drops are coming because you don't have that confidence. You thinking about, man, I'm letting the team down. You gotta, just like a quarterback throws an interception, a DB gets beat. You gotta shake it off. Next play. And that was the case with them last night, and that's why they got beat.
Let me explain this play before we move on. As Key is talking about this play, you run that on their play. You can snatch that ball. I can snatch that ball with my hands, but the only way I would snatch that ball with my hands if I'm a step back. Because once I catch it, I want to catch it quickly. Right? I want to catch it quickly right now, and then I'm going to step back, step around 32, and go up the sideline. Yeah. So now I'm snapped. Any other reason, if 32 a little bit left over and I can't get around them, I'm going to put this on my body and take the hit. Those are the small things I was talking about in pressure moments like this that makes the difference in games. That's what I was trying to make a point on.
And Patrick couldn't do it all by himself.
No.
In my opinion, he played well enough to win. They needed to help him.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So you start off talking about Batman missed Rob.
Yes.
Are we sure it's not vice versa? Are we sure that the guy who was missing last night is in Batman? Are we sure he hasn't helped make Patrick Mahomes? Are you sure about this? This is the man. This is the man since Patrick Mahomes took over.
It wasn't Mahomes'
caught
fault,
the second most balls in all of pro football to Davante Adams, who has the third most targets in all of football. This is the man who is 6 feet 5 inches tall, an inch taller than Keyshawn Johnson. This is the man, as great as Patrick Mahomes has been, who is the all-time ultimate security blanket in the history of football to me, because we agree he is the best pass-catching tight end ever. Am I right about that, Mr. Johnson? So you were texting me about Patrick Mahomes all through the night. This is a bad man. And at the end of the game, I'm thinking, tonight he was just bad man, as in bad comma man, right? Because he struggled last night without the ultimate security blanket, as the playmaker just pointed out.
He
there were
put dots up.
where Patrick has gotten away with some bad habits because he is wildly talented, but his coach lets him get away with more murder because
went like
he will
this and
run
give them
around
the football
in
and a
and by the
touchdown,
way,
bro.
he lumbers in the pocket, and he has some weird quickness gear in him. I don't know how he
It's
does it, because he
ridiculous.
looks like he's just lumbering. He looks like he's a 240-pound lumberer, and all of a sudden they can't get a hold of him, and he has runs. He had a 16. Well, he's their leading rusher last night, but usually when he escapes, he's looking for 87. Am I right about that?
Right.
That was a game that was glaring because there was no 87.
Too bad they have 87.
Hey,
so
when in doubt, I'll just throw it sky high. And he was wild high a lot to the wideouts last night because they're not 6 feet 5 inches tall. Am I right?
they do need a better
They're
wideout.
not as big as Travis Kelce, but
they should have gone down there
completely
fucking
wrong,
Hopkins. Like,
Skip,
what is
in
y'all
terms
doing?
of he just running around wildly. Both touchdowns, he sat in the pocket and threw them in rhythm.
He was good. He had his moments.
He ripped it. The other one to the tight end, he ripped it.
He did.
So when your quarterback buys time, no matter if you're Travis Kelce, Michael Irvin, Keyshawn Johnson, Skip Bayless, whoever, you have to uncover. You go back to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill was uncovering, making the safeties bust, ripping the football deep downfield. KADARIUS TONEY, and I hate to pile on to him.
Right.
Okay, but real quick on him. Just remember, he tore his meniscus the first day of camp.
I understand that.
And he missed all of camp and just came back at the end of the week.
I understand. I
So
get that.
he just wasn't ready for the speed of the game, but he was horrible. I got
get
it.
that.
All right.
But when you uncover and your quarterback finds you on a deep crosser and he's throwing it slightly behind you for you to whirly bird, what that means is once the ball comes and you turn your body, you should be able to catch that. He's protecting you from the backside safety, knocking your head off. Now, yes, he missed some time. Okay, you on the field, though. The lights are on.
I got you.
So you say he's missing Travis Kelce. Of course, he's missing Travis Kelce. third down machine for them. He had to rely on other people, Skip. He couldn't just rely on a guy standing on the sidelines.
Yep.
That doesn't help you. What they say, you can't help the club in the tub.
You can't help the club.
You can't help the club in the tub.
Okay, go ahead.
I tell you though, what I see, I think Patrick Mahomes played pretty good.
Pretty good.
I mean, he gave you opportunities.
Man, opportunities.
He played with the best player on the field by far, bro.
He gave guys the opportunity to make play. We're going to talk about this later. And it was interesting, Skip, because you made me think about something.
He gave everyone opportunities to shine, and they all fumbled.
I think Joe Burrow, when I'm thinking about it, is a better on-script player.
Sure he is.
On-script player.
No doubt.
Right, dropping back, letting go.
He doesn't have the same skill set as Patrick Mahomes. When you don't have the same skill set as somebody, you can't do the same thing.
Except for the ingredient called accuracy. Joe's a more accurate thrower of the football than Patrick.
I'm not going to say that, man. I'm not going to say that, Skip. I'm not going to say that.
We're going to talk about that now.
I don't know. The pass at MVS yesterday was crazy, too. All right, man. This time I ended off, man. We're going to be back with Undisputed on Monday. Obviously, this is done on the weekends. And it'll be on First Take on Monday, too, after the Sunday football. So make sure to stay tuned, man. Check out the game to reaction yesterday. I appreciate y'all. Sunday we react to all the games. Can't wait.